Welcome to Sheikh Hamdan official channel, where untold emotions meet the poetry of truth. Today's story unveils one of the most powerful chapters ever whispered through royal corridors, the secret letter that broke Sheikh Hamdan's silence. For years, his silence had been his strength, his refuge, his unseen armor. But one evening, a letter arrived, handwritten, sealed in gold wax, and scented faintly with jasmine, and it shattered the stillness he had carried in his heart for far too long. It wasn't just paper and ink, it was a voice from the past calling out to the man who had taught the world how to love without words. He held the letter in his hand for hours before opening it, as if his soul already knew the storm that waited inside. The seal trembled under his touch, and the air around him thickened with memories he had buried under silence. He had written thousands of poems, yet none had ever prepared him for this. Words that could pierce deeper than any sword, written by the one person who once knew how to calm his chaos. His heart, steady and disciplined for years, skipped its rhythm as he unfolded the paper that carried both love and truth. The handwriting was delicate, familiar, and painfully beautiful. Every curve of each letter carried emotion, regret, and remembrance. The first line read, "I never meant to break what was never mine to hold, your peace." Those words alone made the world around him blur. For years, Sheikh Hamdan had built walls around his heart, not out of pride, but out of preservation. But now, with every word he read, those walls began to crack, revealing the heartbeat of a man who had loved in silence and forgiven in whispers. The letter spoke of moments once forgotten, moonlit rides across endless dunes, shared laughter in gardens hidden from the world, verses exchanged in secret that became their language of love. She wrote about the choices that tore them apart, not from lack of love, but from the cruel weight of destiny. She had vanished without explanation, leaving behind unanswered questions and poems that never found their endings. Now, after all those years, the answers lay in his hands, trembling between forgiveness and pain. He read slowly, afraid that reaching the last line would mean losing her all over again. Each word pulled him deeper into the ocean of what they once were. The letter wasn't written to reignite the past, it was written to release it. It wasn't an apology for what happened, it was a confession of what never stopped existing. She admitted that silence had been her punishment and his forgiveness her only prayer. In those ink-stained lines, love lived again, wounded, wiser, but eternal. For the first time in years, his eyes filled with tears that refused to fall. The man known for his unshakable calm suddenly felt human, beautifully, painfully human. His silence, once sacred, began to tremble. He realized that his silence had protected him from the world, but it had also imprisoned the tenderness of his heart. The letter wasn't just words, it was a mirror showing him the love he had locked away, waiting for a reason to breathe again. The palace felt different that night. The wind seemed to hum with memories, the stars appeared closer, listening. Sheikh Hamdan walked to his balcony overlooking the golden city, the letter still in his grasp. The world below carried on unaware, but within him, everything had changed. That single message had undone years of quiet strength, revealing the heartbeat behind the man, the poet, the dreamer, the lover who had turned pain into poetry. He didn't respond immediately. Instead, he let the silence between the lines speak first. Every word she had written echoed in his mind like verses meant for eternity. The letter wasn't meant to reopen old wounds, it was meant to heal them in ways time never could. For the first time, Sheikh Hamdan understood that silence doesn't always mean peace. Sometimes it means unspoken longing, the ache of truths that never found their voice. The following dawn, as light spilled through his windows, he sat at his desk and picked up his pen, the same one that had birthed hundreds of poems but never this kind. His reply wasn't just a letter, it was redemption in ink. He didn't write with sorrow, he wrote with serenity. He thanked her for breaking the silence, for giving meaning to the quiet years, for reminding him that love, no matter how distant, remains sacred when it is pure. He wrote, "You did not break me. You freed the words I had buried." His reply carried no bitterness, no regret, only truth wrapped in gentleness. He ended it with a line that could move heavens. "If silence was our test, then love has passed it." When he sealed the letter and sent it back, it wasn't closure, it was liberation. The secret letter had not broken him, it had reborn him. Days turned.
Weeks passed, yet the echo of that secret letter refused to fade. It became the heartbeat behind every poem he wrote, every breath he took beneath the royal stars. One night, as the moonlight poured through his window like liquid silver, Sheikh Hamdan sat before a blank page once again, but this time, his silence wasn't heavy, it was waiting. The words came to him like a prayer, gentle but unstoppable. What began as a reply to one woman slowly became a message to the entire world, a masterpiece born from heartbreak, healing, and divine understanding. It was his soul finally speaking after years of quiet endurance. He titled it, "The Letter I Never Sent." Every line carried the softness of forgiveness and the strength of self-discovery. He wrote about how love doesn't end when people walk away, it continues in the lessons it leaves behind. He wrote about how silence can be both a shield and a song, and how forgiveness isn't about the past, it's about freeing the heart for what's still to come. The poem wasn't just art, it was transformation captured in ink. It became the reflection of a man who had turned pain into poetry and loss into wisdom. When the poem was shared, it spread through the kingdom like wildfire carried by the wind. Readers felt something shift inside them, a recognition, a healing they didn't know they needed. People wept, not from sadness, but from relief. They saw themselves in his words, their own letters unwritten, their own silences unexplained. Sheikh Hamdan had given voice to millions of hearts that never found the courage to speak. The poem became more than literature, it became liberation. Every corner of Dubai felt his rebirth. In schools, students recited his verses as if they were vows to never let love become bitterness. In homes, families read his words by candlelight, reminding themselves that gentleness is not weakness. And among the sands of the desert, where he often rode alone, people whispered that even the wind carried his lines, that his poetry had become